All right. How's everybody doing tonight? This is Bruce with Garbager Great and the Epic Experiment, and we are back. We're gonna play some Brawl, folks. I'm gonna do 5 with Bruce. We're gonna play a little bit of Brawl, see what we're doing. All right, let's go check the deck out tonight. All right, so we are in the midst of Secrets of Strixhaven, so we are playing a new commander. I've been trying Lewin. I'm not quite sure right there. We've played Abigail. We've done Aziza. So we've done. Definitely done Lorehold. We've done Silver Quill. We're gonna do Quandrix tonight. We're gonna play Berta. So Berta's kind of a neat one. Kind of like her. I ended up drafting her recently in a draft video. If you saw that, and I decided maybe I'll give her a old try here. So she says 2 green blue for a 1/4 legendary creature, Frog Druid with Increment. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Berta, add 1 mana of any color. And then X tap, create a 0/0 green blue and fractal creature token and put X +1/+1 counters on it. So, what appeals to me here is this idea of putting counters on her and making mana. And I'm trying to find a way to put as many counters on her as I can and then make a bunch of mana. I don't know. So what I have gone and done is I have gone the route of the proliferate. And seeing if we can't get her to proliferate a bunch, make a bunch of counters, make a bunch of mana, and turn that into stuff we want to do. So, so we got Thrumming Bird that proliferates. What else proliferates along in here? There's some other things. Well, Michelangelo makes more counters when we do proliferate. Mutagen Man puts counters on things thanks to the mutagen tokens. What else proliferates? The Flux Channeler is like the big one here. We also have Tekuthal. So we're trying to do some of the proliferate thing, but we don't want to go too far down that road because I feel like it's very glass cannon-y. So I've got kind of like a generically like interesting sort of build with a lot of like landfall sort of stuff to trigger it. We also have we have the other one. So we have Flux Channel and we've got Evolution Sage. So between those two there, those are kind of probably the primary engines by which we're going to try and proliferate. We do have some effects that are gonna be like, the Hardened Scales abilities. So we have Calm You Whispered Hopes. We have the new Michelangelo, Weirdness to 11, which is a Hardened Scales on a creature. And then we have actual Hardened Scales. And then, did I put anything else in here? I might have, Branching Evolution. I put a Branching Evolution. So we're leaning into this +1/+1 counter thing, making a bunch of mana. Now, we can also do other things with that big chunk of mana. So, for instance, we can go as far as like a Coma. The one that interests me most is this one here, Body of Research. This thing is actually really silly. So, green, blue for a sorcery. Create a 0/0 green, blue, and green, blue fractal token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is your weight, the number of cards in your library. So this can have some pretty silly things. It can be a 70/70, but it can also get you dead, or it can win you the game. So one of the ways this can win you the game is with, where'd it go? Simic Ascendancy. So Simic Ascendancy's text on whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on this enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. If this enchantment has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game. So if you have Simic Ascendancy on the battlefield and you resolve Body of Research and you put heck, even 20 counters on it, when you go to untap on your next turn, you will win the game. It's kind of fun. You can also run yourself right out of cards with this other card here. Terra Symbiosis is kind of neat. So 2 and a green. Whenever you put a 1 or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, you may draw that many cards. So you may accidentally draw your whole deck. But it's a May ability, so you don't have to. You can elect not to. But I have mistakenly gone and killed myself with it already. So it is good fun. Some funny, interesting things to do here. Then we also have some cheap interaction to try and keep our opponents off base. Try and give ourselves a chance to get to the later stage of the game, and then see what we can do. All right, that's the plan. For the list, if you want to see the full deck list, is down below in the description. You're welcome to check it out. In addition to any the other Brawl lists I've been playing here on the channel, you're welcome to check it all out. We're going to go into the arena, and we are going to go play 5 with Berta and see what we can do. All right, wish me luck, folks. This was a struggle last night, to say the least. I was testing her out, and I was finding that now the original build I had was something very different. I was leaning into making way more fractals than I am now. This is an interesting sort of way to try and do it. I don't know which is the best way. I am kind of interested by the fact that Berta grows herself. Pardon me. And it's not uncommon for Berta to be a 3-6, a 4-7, a 5-8. Oh, well, fellows, see. Okay. All right. See, Raphaelos is absolutely a problem, and we're going to have I don't know. We don't have a lot of hard removal in this list, so we're going to be kind of behind the 8 ball here. So this will be an elf, almost assuredly, and our opponent. All right. I will take the win. That is not actually a win. We are still 0-0, but I will take the 250 gold. This is my first match of the night. But yeah, that's great. All right, claim. We'll play. We'll go. Game 1 again. Retake. That first one was just a trial run. All right, let's see. What have we got here? Rigid. So we go from one mass land deck to another one. So this is a okay. Yeah, okay, I guess that's fine. I don't love it. I have some interaction here. I can get to the cycle reasonably. Okay, command time. Next, I think we go. Okay. No, we're not putting that back. We are going to do this. I'm going to get the head. That way we get a little surveil action going, and I don't get punished for my fetching. I like that card. I don't want that card. It's too slow. I want something more. I want something to do. So we are going to have to put Bridget back in our opponent's hand when they try to go for it here, because otherwise it's going to flip on us too readily. Because this card can get really crazy really fast. So this will be Bridget coming out. Oh, that's cool. That is also a problem. Well, we're gonna put this back in your hand. Make you spend 4 more mana. Okay, so we just did that. We are going to go Cycle of Removal. I will sack this thing. And we will find 2 lands, put them into play. This one and this one. Doubling the scissors of the doubles. Oh, I see. Well, we are going to go for our Berta here. And we're going to do this, and we're going to sack it right now. We're going to put a Fusion Pool into play, untapped. Pay 2 life. The reason I'm doing that is so I have the Into the Floodmaw open if I need it next turn. I would like to not need it. The other thing is, I am less concerned if they try and cast a spell during your turn. Okay, that's fine. I'm decidedly less interested if Berta gets killed by my opponent. Okay. I see. That's a lot of things. My turn. I think I go Ouroboros. Increase that. That makes a thing. We're gonna get green. I'm going to return this. Just enjoy putting it back in your hand. Because Voice of Resurgence punishes me when I do it on yeah, we're just gonna make that replay that. We are going to we'll make another blue, I guess. Do I attack? You know what? Actually, I think I do. If my opponent wants to spend a Kithkin token on it, I think I'm pretty okay with that. Okay, we're just gonna get. Well, that's a. So this is where they go cat. I think they'll play Leyland and War Leader here. If I were them, that's probably what I would jam. Unless one of these other 3 cards are better. But I think, compared to Bridget, I would probably go for War Leader here. I mean, I could be mistaken, but... Those are very large. Huh. I may die to these tokens here. I don't know how I do that. That is going to be a Gaia's Cradle really fast. Wow. Okay. How do I sequence this? So, I think I put this. I think the correct response is I go Zimone. We're gonna make a green, and then we're gonna cultivate, and we're gonna put this, and we're gonna get another one of these, and this is going to go into play, and then we ship the turn. So we're gonna put I plus 1 out 2. We'll put it there. Make a thing. Alright, now the question becomes, I think I'm going to do this, I'm going to use that mana to make a thing. So I am not attacking. I'm going to need to put a bunch of bodies on the battlefield. Now, he's going to flip this, and the question is, can he tap and untap this thing enough times to make this go crazy? The reality is, he probably can. That's very commonly, like my experience with Bridget, she's very strong. I really like her as a commander when she's on my team. When she's on the other side, she's dreadfully terrifying. Yeah, so now we're making 4/4 angels every time we go in. Okay, dokie. Add line. Oh, well, that's backward. And then one of these is going to attack and make 2 angels that are going to be tapped and attacking too. Oh, goody. Goody, 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 goody gumdrops. What? Yeah. Well, this is going to block this. I'm going to take 8 in the air. There's not much I can do with it. That's a problem. I need what? What gets me out of this jam? I don't know if there is actually anything that gets me out of this jam, but we're going to try. We need to go Harrow. Oh, sacrificing this land. And this one. We need to draw a card. I don't know what I need to add there either. Okay. Well, putting it there, I'm going to put it on 10, there. Alright, now, what do I do with all this? Double the number of each kind of counter on up to 2 target creatures and artifacts you control. Well, we're going to have to just do this. There and there. Yeah, we're just going to die, though, to the flyers. So we just got to kind of punch them. Like, they're going to put 3 Kithkin in front of it, and I'm just going to lose to Flying Angels and 9/9s. Is, I mean, you can see kind of what I was going for with this list. Like, it does some pretty powerful things, but I'm going to die to the flyers. So we're going to wish our opponent a good game, let him beat us into a pulp, and there's not much I can do. Like, we're just going to get bludgeoned here to death, and it's fine. We didn't draw a bunch of the way, we didn't draw any counter magic, we didn't draw many extra cards, we just made big dumb things, which is fun. Yeah, whatever. You're just gonna run it. It's not necessary for you to do it. Fine, let's have a good time.
Face this alone. Your size belies your bravery.
Cool. It was fun. Game. Good blocks. Just take beats. Yeah. Okay. You did it. Congrats. Okay. Well, win one. Oh. So I'm gonna go back into the list. I'm gonna change something, I think, because I think this is not normally what I do. I normally just run the list and keep it as is, but I think I'm gonna put something at the higher end here to actually serve as a way to remove some stuff. So this Rishkar's expertise, while cool, I think I'm gonna take out. I'm gonna put Aetherize. Where'd it go? Where did Aetherize go? I don't see Aetherize. Is it an S maybe instead of a Z? Aetherize, right? That's the one, right? So, do I even have that card? I'm sure I have it. Yeah, there it is. Aetherize. And then I'm going to want a River's Rebuke as well, I think. I think I need to take Tam out. I don't think Tam does enough for me. So I'm going to put a River's Rebuke. We're going to put a River's Rebuke in here because it's going to be a surefire way that if we get in a pinch, we have a way to put everything, reset, make our opponents go back. All right, we'll try again. 0-1. Right, and we'll try that again. But you saw what we were going for. You could do some pretty crazy things, and I'd love to get the proliferate. That or a Simic Ascendancy. Is this 5-color turtles? I can't keep this hand. With no green source, like, if I hit a green source right off the hop, I'm pretty okay. But without it, I can't. Cobra is fine. Alright, that's okay. So, okay. We are going first. Okay. So, Leonardo, that's one of the counters I'm playing. This is... Okay, we're going to play the Cobra. Yeah, you can cycle your barons. That's fine. Alright, so I think... So what's going to happen here, the Lotus Cobra is going to allow me to accelerate to 4 mana on my turn. I think I put Berta into play. And just sort of... Right. Okay. Well, if that's the situation, we're going to play this and just sort of pass the turn. That's annoying. Really annoying. I was going to get accelerated pretty well, and then not so much. Alright. April O'Neil. We passed my turn. We are going to play Floodstone. We're going to play an island. And I'm going to play my commander. We're going to see if our opponent's going to let us keep Berta and play for any length of time. Since they're 5-color good stuff, they're going to have access to all sorts of good things. Yeah. This is a problem. Yeah, I guess, you just start resolving things. Like, you go for... And then the other... Okay. I see. Well, I guess I can't block that now, because that's just gone too big. That's just best. Okay, we're going to play this. We are going to go get the green pool. We're going to put it in. We'll put it on point on top. Yeah, we're a pizza. We're going to go for the night. That's going to trigger that. We're going to make a green, I think. Doesn't really matter right now. But, and then we're going to put. Make another green. I don't think it matters right now. What I really am concerned about is our opponent resolving something terrifying here with an offer you can't refuse and killing one of our two pretty premium creatures here. Okay, you can play around. I don't really have a way to stop that. Yeah, this is gonna be I don't really have an answer. 6-5, huh? I don't have an answer again. So, whatever. Yeah, I'm in trouble. Alright. Entish Restoration. What does that do for me, really? Well, I mean, I think I do it on my second main phase here, but I don't think it does a whole lot for me. Okay. Well, we're putting one there. We're going to put one here. We're going to put there. I guess we're going to do this. I guess we're going to do this. And we're going to get 3 lands. They're going to come into play tap. 1, 2, 3. We're just going to stay put. We're ending. So, the answer here is we're going to have to try and block and cast and use Inspiring Call. Okay. We can play on all the tools, which is kind of good. I am in big trouble. There's just too many big things here that I don't know how I stop this all. I may not be able to because my opponent has got too many things. Pass to attack. What are we attacking? That way. Well, we're going to go to block, and we will block with this and this. On the premise that we don't really want to get blown out. And pass to blocking stages. And, well, at least we took one of those things off the table. I mean, it's not enough, but it's something. Yeah, that's a lot more of those things. Okay. Okay. Now what? How do we dig ourselves out of a jam? Sure, I guess. Just more big things, really. I see. I don't know what we're doing. We're this. We go find another forest. Yes, there's no point not getting a forest, I suppose. Forest. Let me play on top. We go this. One, two, three to follow vigor. Interesting. And we're gonna have to go get the next step. We're gonna put a counter on this thing and a counter on this thing. We are going to go back and get. Oh, it has to be a permanent, you say, huh? Well, that's going to be a bit tricky to use effectively, isn't it? Well, I'm glad to see that you're going to eat my thing. Well, we have a problem. I don't have a good solution. We're going to get a green. And it doesn't really make a difference. No, we're not attacking. Enter. I need what? What do I need here? Like, this is entirely too much. Double all damage that creatures you control with counters on the. I can't stop that. So that's going to come down, and then it's going to make everything larger, and then I'm just going to. I don't have an answer to this. I don't have a way to take them off. I need to try and hold on here. Again, it's all creatures, and my counter magic here is not lining up, and there's just too many big things realistically for me to get a pretty good. But nothing's got trample, and I've got at least one more turns, so we're trying to play for a board thing. So how much I got? 8, 11. All right, so we're gonna pass the block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them. We're gonna try and get them this way, folks. We'll take another turtle off the table. We're gonna activate this and make a thing, I guess. I don't really have much choice here, do I? I just kind of got to do it. And way more tokens. Alright. Oh, that's so not the answer. And the best part is, so this thing's open, and we're just gonna get housed by it. That's not really getting us very far. So, alright, well, I guess we're just gonna. We don't really have another choice here. This and this, I guess. Do you want to destroy my land? Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright, good game, my friend. Yeah, so once again, we just don't really line up pretty well with what our opponent is doing. And again, we weren't terrible. We were in a game. We had things we could have maybe done, but all our the way we interacted with our opponent was to try and block, which is like, nah, whatever. Like, we're not blocking a thing. We're just not. We're just no blocks and just taking on damage. This is what's frustrating with dudes like this, like just sort of like, they've won the game. Like, just do what must be done and don't waste your time. I'm not blocking, so just do what you need to. Like, trampling and menacing and humongous, like, I'm not. Yeah, that's more damage than the last guy. That was a lot of damage. Minus 122. Okay, I need some flex tape on that one, or else I'm going to get in big trouble. All right, so we are 0-2. Not looking so hot here, folks. Can we do better? Now, we did play, like, essentially a Gaia's Cradle, and we did play 5-color good stuff. We're full of turtles. So, I mean, I keep hoping that there are people out here in Brawl playing sort of some more of the mid-tier commanders, because very clearly that's like what I want to build, and I'm looking to make a probably mid-tier commander into something that's at least viable. Marina Vendrell. So she's a 5-color runes deck. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not. I don't love it, but we're gonna try it. Maybe we can get some value out of this. If I rip a land, promptly. Strict Serenade is going to be for... I want to keep her for Serenade, but, or for Marina, but anyway. It's fine. It's not a great hand, but like we're not terribly off. We just need to make sure we don't whiff. I don't. All right, we got a win, so we're not doing terrible. Because we will be able to cultivate on turn 3, which is a long time to have to wait. But hey, our opponent is. Okay, we do this. You know what? I'm going to play Mutagen now. We're just going to confirm. We're just going to get our value here. Get our creature down. I would like to cast out later stages of the game. Yeah. That's annoying. It's an annoying card. Alright, we have this. We're going to go cultivate. We are going to get that one, and we're going to get that one. We're going to put this into play. And I guess we attack, right? That's the thing. So our opponents are representing 3 colors of land. Glittering stockpile. So again, they don't have black, they don't have green yet. Alright, I'm not terribly opposed to this. Alright, resolve. Alright. Well, clearly we do this. That's we go share moves. We'll get a land. This one. This one. We attack. Well, we're going to see if we can get Bristly Bill over the finish line here. Because Bristly Bill's pretty good. Now, I still want... Relic. Okay. Okay. Sickness. Yeah. And that can be tapped for a green, but you can't use it yet. Okay. Alright, alright. I don't love it. But that's not the sort of thing you counter. We are going to put that back. No, cancel. We're going to put the... I'm going to put this... This one's going to go back to us. Because that's going to be the most... Okay, we attack. Enlightened Tutor, you say? Well, alright. Again, our removal's lining up poorly with what our opponent is doing. What does... Ah, gross. We're gonna make lots of things, are we? I'm not making that. We need to hit 4 damage to what? What are we doing 4 damage? Yeah, he'll Bristly Bill. That's fine. Kind of anticipated that. That was coming. I'm not stopping. I may rue the day, but I think it's... Okay, what does this do? Okay. Well, we're going to block that, and it can die. Resolve. So, I don't think I quite do that yet. I think I do this. I'm going to get a green. And I think I'm actually going to use that green to make a 1. I think I'll do that. We attack with this and see what our opponent has to say about it. So, here's the thing. River's Rebuke is going to put a lot of his things back in his hand. I'm pretty okay with it. File. Yeah, I'm just going to be a Verena. Whoa. Okay, let's quit the toys. Okay, that's kind of rude. Okay. So alternate win conditions, you say. 8 different ones. That's kind of cute. He may try and have it here. I think I'm gonna have to try and stop that. I just being very frank here. Okay. Your spells have convoked. Resolve. Incubation Druid. Well, we do this. We target him. And we put all your things back in your hand. We make a blue. And our opponent scoops because they don't like it when their things all go away. Hooray! Alright, well, we gotta win. 1 and 2. I mean, not a great record, and not exactly how the deck wants to play, but the interaction paid off at least. Hooray! Alright, here we go. 1 and 2. We gotta try and go 2-0 here. We gotta try and go 2-0, try and make it a 3-2 night. I'd like to win this next one, so at least we're 2 and 2 going into the final game, where it's like we're in. We've got Niche Pinnacle Pariah. I don't know what that card does. I like to play lots of Magic, and I do not know what this commander does. This thing is, maximum has is 8. Oh, okay, it's like that. Okay, I think that's like a Doc Ock. Is that right? You have fewer than 8 cards. Yeah, it's like a Doc Ock. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We will keep our hand. And we go Forest, Mox Amber, Hardened Scales. I mean, I got out to a fast start here. I kind of want. That's fine. You're going to get the head maze to get the prevail. Shared roots. I mean, I guess. I don't love that. I don't know. So you are on human scientist. So villains galore. I see. Okay, we're on this for a branching evolution. No, cancel. We are on branching evolution. We are set. We need to get a 4th land for Berta. But Black Market Connections, hot dang. Alright, we're doing this. We're going to go find a forest. No point taking needless damage here, folks. Forest. We play Berta. We'll see what our opponent has to say about that. I mean, our opponent may just decide that it's time to kill our Berta. But I don't know. So the interesting piece here. Oh, you're rude. Rude, I say. Alright, fine. I don't think it was so awful to have a Berta in play. Really? I don't think it was so bad. But, well, we gotta go cat play our land. We'll play this thing, get a land with this. I don't really have enough play, so just pass the turn. Just okay. Show and tell. That's kind of gross. If our opponent does show and tell, I'm pretty good for it here, folks. Yeah, sure. You want to put that back in the... Because he's spent an awful lot of resources to get that into play. Okay. X has got to be 1, I guess. Me, obviously. Neither of those are cards that I need. Okay. I was really hoping for a land. So our opponent is going to... Well, we're just going to tuck it back in his hand again. I don't really have a lot of choice. So if I get a land, I Tireless Tracker, play land, Quandrix Command. Yeah, I mean, yes. Ugh, gross. Okay, that's okay. We play Tracker. We play the land. This, and we're going to go return target creature or play target to his hand, and then put 2 counters on his hand. So turn that to its in his hand, and put counters on his hand. And just like that, our opponent is annoyed with us. Because I don't really fancy letting him have things. And that's a 9-8. Holy, did I forget that that's how that works. Okay, folks. That's a thing. Woo. Okay. I mean, he can still recast his niche here. I'm kind of hoping he goes show and tell. The hub thing tells me he would not be too happy if he goes show and tell and I go coma. I really do hope I get to Doppelgang too, because that would also be pretty spicy. But he needs to play a thing to block or kill my team. Okay, the light thing. Isn't that just a treat? Now, you've got... That's it. Okay. You got it. We go Berta, or do I make a copy of this thing? I can go and make a copy of Niche, which is kind of neat, huh? I'm going to make a copy of your thing. That's kind of fun. Now, he could blow me up. This could be Spell Period. Oh, you're going to cast that. What are you getting? I'd be very interested in seeing what you can force the will, maybe? No, you're going to on top of it. Well, I think I'm going to sack this thing. Well, I'll do it next. End turn. We drew a pile of cards. That was great. Okay. Alright. Okay. That may not have gone as he had foreseen. And we can counter a thing. I think we counter this. I've messed this card up before where I've gone to try to target it. So now if our opponent wants that spell, he's going to have to go and... Okay. So he's going to spend a lot of mana. And he doesn't have enough for show and tell. Because whatever that show and tell card is going to be disgusting. Okay. Now, what are we doing here on our end? Show and tell. What are you putting into play? Because I'm putting a coma. You're putting an omniscience. Well, that's rude. Alright. That's very Well, if the answer isn't on the top of my deck, I just have to... Yeah, we're just... This is just overwhelming resources here. Like they get everything they drew there can go into battle onto the battlefield here. We don't have an answer to it. They can tutor up the best thing they got, so we just scoop. All right, we weren't too badly off there, but we just didn't have enough. Don't get me wrong. I kind of suspected that when they were tutoring, it was tutoring for an omniscience because that's Omnitel. That's exactly what you do. That's one of the oldest tricks in the book when people go for 2-card combos. Omnitel is a surefire bet to just run the game, have the game run away on you. So 1 and 3. We need one. I'd like to get a win. I would really like to get a win. Oh, this is an aggressive. This will be an aggressive artifact. So, okay. I mean, I don't love it, but I can get. So this fetches the. Okay, I don't mind this. I don't love it, but I can get to Ouroboros or the Berta on turn 3. Maybe that gives me a chance. I don't know. Maybe that gives me a chance. Oh dear. Who mulled it? That's good. This format is very aggressive, though I will find like it gets very explosive very quickly. There's not a lot of like setting up an engine and doing fun. It's very much like I'm just gonna beat my opponent up here. Okay, Mendican's coming down, I guess. No? Are you keeping mana up? That feels objectively not smart. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about, really. At the end of the day, I'm just some guy. What are you doing here? Yeah, I'm in. We are going to go play this. And we go play Sheer Boots. Force. And then I think I play Berta next. So, see what our opponent does. Mendican's going to very quickly get out of control. Alright, let's see. I don't love it. Bottom line. Okay. I think I played this on the green side. We played Berta. And then next turn, I will try and get Hardened Scales down and Ouroboros down and see how we fare. Because no one's going to be terrified of Berta. Like, Berta's not inherently scary. If I play Ouroboros, people are going to be... Just, my commander is not that big a deal. Please just leave it alone. I know it's a bit of a pain for you because it's got 4 toughness and your Mendicant can't push through yet. But, like, key to the vault, so you're making a block. Even better. Deals combat damage to player, you may exile 9. Yeah, okay. So you can't quite equip it, make it unblockable, but it is a 1/3, which is, you know, a thing. Resolve. Alright, we are going to play Windswept Heath. Sacrifice it. He's going to go get a forest. We go Hardened Scales. We go Ouroboros. We make green. I'm going to use that green to make a Make green. That's not bad. That seems like a pretty good turn, huh? We got like 4/4 fractal out of it, and it seems pretty strong. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're going to combo out on me and kill me here, but like, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Surgical Metamorph. Well, isn't that spicy? This thing is nice. Resolve. Okay. So, we're going to play the land. We are going to play the Flex Chip. We may get to go crazy. Oh, we get to go nuts. We're going to make it green. We are going to make that green into a fractal. Oh my good God! Good gravy! Yes! Okay, next we go to attack with these two things, and our opponents are going to be pretty much compelled to block. Woo! That was good! We got there. That didn't take long. That one, okay. I will admit, some of those other games were hard to swallow. That one was kind of like, that felt good. It can do, like, you can see, the deck can do some stuff. It's not a great deck. I'm going to be very truthful with any of you out there. It's okay. But when it goes, boy oh boy, could it go. I like that. I'm pretty okay with it. So, thanks for coming along with me tonight while we played 5 games of Brawl with Berta. Now, my summation on them pretty much is that she's a fine commander. If you want a mid-tier commander, she's interesting. She's not particularly exhilarating, but she's fine. And what she does is the interesting piece with the mana is not as explosive as it might be, although you could do some good things with it. All right. If you want to check out the list, it's down below. You can go check it out in the description. If you like the content, please like and follow. I've got almost 100 subscribers here on YouTube, and when we get to 100, we will do a giveaway. I've got my deck that I'm giving away right over here. I can look at it. I'm happy to. We'll talk about that when we get to that. But we got to get to 100 first, and then we can give it away. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find us. The link is down below as well, in addition to finding the podcast each and every week. With that said, folks, thank you very much. Really appreciate you stopping in and joining me tonight, and have yourself a good one.